On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Cliff.
A steep rock face, especially one at the edge of the sea or a river.
Examples:
A bold cliff. Cliff diving. He stood at the edge of the cliff and looked out to sea.
Underrepresented.
Not adequately or proportionally represented, often in terms of a particular group, population, or perspective being excluded or marginalized.
Examples:
Feel underrepresented. Underrepresented data. Underrepresented communities need more support and resources to achieve equity.
Eye-opener.
Something surprising or enlightening, making one more aware of something previously unknown or misunderstood.
Examples:
Eye-opener experience. Eye-opener book. The documentary was an eye-opener about the effects of climate change on our planet.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Ceiling.
A room's top interior surface.
Examples:
Ceiling board. Ceiling light. There was a crack in the ceiling that I found.
Invisible.
Impossible or nearly impossible to see.
Examples:
An invisible asset. Invisible stars. The phenomenon is invisible at optical wavelengths.
Breakthrough.
A sudden, dramatic, and important discovery or development that helps to improve a situation or provide an answer to a problem.
Examples:
Breakthrough in the negotiations. Breakthrough discovery. A technique called deep learning has led to breakthroughs in AI.
Barrier.
A fence or other obstruction that makes it hard to move or get in, any condition that makes it difficult to make progress or to achieve an objective.
Examples:
Cost barrier. Information barrier. The police placed a barrier across the street to halt traffic.
Absolute.
Perfect or complete or to the most considerable degree possible.
Examples:
Absolute loyalty. An absolute must. Gandhi had an absolute zeal for nonviolence.
Pinnacle.
The highest point or peak of something, particularly a mountain or a career, the greatest or highest level of achievement or success.
Examples:
Architectural pinnacle. Reach the pinnacle. Climbing to the pinnacle of the mountain is a challenge that many outdoor enthusiasts strive to achieve.
Underneath.
Under or below something else.
Examples:
underneath the surface of the water. Underneath the laughter. The penny fell underneath the piano.
Imaginary.
Existing only in someone's mind.
Examples:
imaginary number. Imaginary pregnancy. Little children tend to have imaginary friends.
Onward.
Moving or continuing forward, progressing.
Examples:
onward journey. Onward progress. When traveling to some countries, you may be required to show proof of an onward ticket as a condition of entry.
Upward.
Toward the top or highest point, or a higher position or level, adjective, extending or moving toward a higher place.
Examples:
look upward. Demonstrate an upward trend. The company adjusted the revenue upward.
Teeter.
To move or balance unsteadily, often in a way that suggests instability or danger. To waver or vacillate between two positions, opinions, or attitudes.
Examples:
teeter on the edge. Teeter on the brink. The drunk man tried to teeter along the narrow bridge, almost falling into the river. Context. The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning. Examples: historical context. Legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision. Racial. Of or related to the race, equals classification of humans into groups based on physical traits or social relations. Examples: racial prejudice. Racial and ethnic backgrounds. A minor racial conflict later led to a civil war. Margin. The space around the edge of a page or document. Finance, the net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold. Examples: margin error. A profit margin. Unfortunately, the book's margin was too small to make notes. Essentially. Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything. Examples: essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism. Release. To set free or allow to escape from confinement. Examples: release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Headline.
A heading at the top of a newspaper or magazine story or page.
Examples.
Headline article. Banner headline. The engagement of the two golf players became headline news.
Hindrance.
An obstacle or barrier that prevents progress or interferes with accomplishing a task or goal.
Examples.
Hindrance to progress. Logistical hindrance. The language barrier can be a hindrance to effective communication.
Conclude.
To come to an end or close, to reach a judgment or opinion by reasoning.
Examples.
Conclude a meeting. Conclude that he is healthy. We concluded a ceasefire.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples.
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Stomp.
To walk heavily and noisily, often with a rhythmical sound, to dance with a rhythmical step.
Examples.
Stomp off to the room. Stomp on his foot. The children stomped their feet in time to the music.
Boardroom.
A room where the board of directors of a company or organization meets.
Examples.
Boardroom meeting. Boardroom decision. The corporate boardroom was filled with tense silence as the CEO presented the new plan.
Appoint.
To give someone a job or role, especially as a public official or member of an organization, to arrange or decide on a time or a place.
Examples.
Appoint members. Appoint the day. The court appointed a guardian for the child.
Consistent.
Always behaving or happening in the same way, or having the same thoughts, standards, etc.
Examples.
Do on a consistent basis. Get consistent results. You are not consistent in your behavior.
Reputation.
The general opinion that people have about someone or something, especially when this is based on their previous experiences or behaviors.
Examples.
Reputation risk. Cloud his reputation. She has a good reputation for being one of the best chefs in the city.
Scandal.
An action or event regarded as morally or legally wrong and causing general public outrage.
Examples.
Scandal magazine. A corruption scandal. The political scandal rocked the nation and led to the resignation of several high-ranking officials.
Tarnish.
To become dull or discolored from exposure to elements or from being damaged or neglected. To damage or detract from someone's reputation or image.
Examples:
tarnish reputation, tarnish brass. Leaving the silver in the open air caused it to tarnish and lose its shine.
Valuation:
an estimation of the worth or value of something.
Examples:
valuation report, high valuation. The valuation of the company was estimated to be billions of dollars.
Profit:
money that is earned in business or by selling things after deducting the costs involved.
Examples:
gross profit, make a profit. This business yields little profit.
Appointment:
a formal arrangement to meet someone at a particular time and place, especially for a reason connected with their work. The act of putting a person into a job or position of responsibility.
Examples:
appointment calendar, take up an appointment. We had to reschedule the dentist's appointment.
Fortune:
a large amount of money or property, chance or luck as an unknown and arbitrary force affecting human affairs.
Examples:
ill fortune, bit of good fortune. Capitalism guarantees the right of ownership of personal fortune.
Opportune:
suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
opportune occasion, an opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Narrative:
a story or a description of a series of events or process of telling a story.
Examples:
narrative poetry, personal narrative. The narrative handles multiple plot lines and has unpredictable ends.
Compound:
an item composed of two or more distinct elements combined, a chemical formed by the combination of two or more elements.
Examples:
aquatic compound, harmful compound. Common salt is a sodium and chlorine compound.
Intern:
to put someone in prison, especially for political or military reasons. Noun, a student or trainee who works, sometimes for free, to get work experience or to fulfill qualification criteria.
Examples:
intern civilians, medical intern. The Navy interned ships of defeated nations.
Patriarchal:
relating to or characteristic of a society or system in which men hold the dominant roles and positions of power, male-dominated.
Examples:
patriarchal society, patriarchal government. The patriarchal system that many societies have is outdated and unfair to women.
Caregiving.
The act of providing care and support for someone who is ill, disabled, or elderly.
Examples:
Caregiving process. Caregiving responsibilities. She devoted her life to caregiving, looking after her aging parents.
Nurture.
To take care of, feed, and protect someone or something while they are growing and developing.
Examples:
Nurture love. Nurture his talents. Schools should nurture children's mutual interest spirit.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Perceive.
To become aware or conscious of something through the senses.
Examples:
Perceive a threat. Perceive light. Australia is widely perceived as having low levels of corruption.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Workforce.
All the people who work in a company, industry, country, etc.
Examples:
Skilled workforce. The workforce is on strike. Many companies outsource and hire consultants to keep their workforce flexible.
Motivate.
To make someone want to do something, especially something that requires tremendous work and effort.
Examples:
Motivate the students. All ability to motivate. The ability to motivate people is a priceless asset.
Hire.
To give somebody a job.
Examples:
Hire a guide. Hire a car by the hour. We should always be prepared to hire talented recruits.
Paraphrase.
To restate or reword a passage in one's own words, often to clarify or simplify the original meaning.
Examples:
Paraphrase a poem into prose. Paraphrase the meaning. He paraphrased the article in his own words to avoid being accused of plagiarism.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Disposable.
Designed to be used once and then thrown away. Total disposable income. Disposable camera. I prefer using disposable razors because they are more convenient.
Expendable.
Able to be consumed, used up, or sacrificed without consequence, dispensable or disposable, unnecessary or redundant.
Examples:
Expendable income. Expendable assets. In war, those in power often view soldiers as expendable resources.
Scapegoat.
To unfairly blame or punish someone for the misdeeds or mistakes of others, often to deflect attention or avoid accountability. Noun, a person or group that is unfairly blamed for the problems or misfortunes of others, typically to divert attention or responsibility from the actual cause.
Examples:
Scapegoat the new employee. Political scapegoat. Some politicians try to scapegoat specific groups of people to distract from their shortcomings.
Scenario.
A description of possible actions or events in the future, a written outline of a play, film, or literary work.
Examples:
The worst case scenario. Number of different scenarios. The president prepared several possible scenarios for an enemy attack.
Blame.
To think or say that someone or something did something wrong or is responsible for something bad.
Examples:
Blame circumstances for the failure. Blame the lack of knowledge. We blamed our impeded progress on lack of money.
Import.
To bring goods or services into a country from another country, to transfer electronic data into a database or document.
Examples:
Import goods. Import a style sheet. The company imports raw materials from other countries to manufacture its products.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Savior.
A person who rescues a people from harm or danger. In Christianity, Jesus Christ, who is a teacher and prophet born in Bethlehem and active in Nazareth.
Examples:
Political savior. Pray to the Savior. The guru of that religion thought of himself as a savior.
Shareholder.
A person who owns shares of stock in a company or business and therefore gets the company's profit and has the right to control the company.
Examples:
The shareholders' meeting. Gain shareholder approval. Our company is committed to increasing shareholder value.
Investor.
Someone who puts money or capital into something to gain financial returns.
Examples:
Investor lawsuit. A real estate investor. Institutional investors refrained from buying stocks amid the booming economy.
Employ.
To give somebody a job and pay them for it, to make use of.
Examples:
Employ job seekers. Employ a new method. When making arrests, police officers frequently employ excessive force.
Intersect.
To meet or cross one another.
Examples:
Intersect at a point. Railways intersect the country. Her multidisciplinary works intersect music and picture with writing.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Cohort.
A group of people who share a common characteristic, experience, or background and are usually studied as a single unit in research or analysis, a companion or ally.
Examples:
Cohort study. Business cohort. The cohort of students from the science program graduated with top honors.
Lean.
Having a noticeably small amount of body fat, verb, to bend or move from a straight to a sloping posture.
Examples:
A lean horse. Lean athletic figure. Lean operational improvements often lead to better environmental performance.
Balloon.
A small bag made of thin rubber or other light material that can be inflated with air or gas, used as a toy or as a decoration. Verb, to become inflated.
Examples:
Balloon ride. Balloon into a severe political problem. The satellite balloon slowly ascended into the sky.
Representation.
The act of speaking, acting, or being present on behalf of someone officially, a statement of facts and reasons made in appealing or protesting.
Examples:
Sales representation. Binary representation. A person who has been declared incompetent should have legal representation.
Opposition.
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples:
Opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Single-handed.
Done or accomplished by one person alone.
Examples:
Single-handed responsibility. Single-handed victory. He started a single-handed project to earn additional money.
Prop.
A piece of wood, metal, etc., placed beneath or against something to support it or keep it in position, a system, institution, or person that gives help or support to someone or something.
Examples:
Emotional prop. Prop stick. We have finally lost our last prop.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Mentor.
A person who helps and advises a younger or less experienced person over time, usually at work or school.
Examples:
Mentor for life. Fashion mentor. As a mentor, he helped me realize my career.
Guidance.
Advice or instructions given to help direct someone's behavior or decision-making.
Examples:
Vocational guidance. Guidance counselor. The mentor provided guidance to the young entrepreneur, helping her navigate the business world.
Mentorship.
A relationship in which a more experienced or more knowledgeable person helps to guide a less experienced or less knowledgeable person.
Examples:
Mentorship program. Under his mentorship. He was grateful for the mentorship opportunity given to him by his supervisor.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Charity.
An organization that helps people in need, especially by providing food, shelter, or money, a kindly and sympathetic attitude toward people.
Examples:
Charity work. Ask charity. She volunteers at a local charity every weekend to help those in need.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Conscious.
Being aware of and able to respond to what is happening around you.
Examples:
Conscious effort. Conscious of having succeeded. He became conscious that he was being followed.
Unconscious.
In the state of lacking awareness and the capacity for sensory perception, especially as the result of a head injury or illness.
Examples:
Unconscious bias. A person who is unconscious. I know his unconscious habit that he touches his face when he lies.
Bias.
A strong feeling in favor of or against one group of people, an idea, or thing, often not based on fair judgment.
Examples:
Bias against a big company. Have a bias towards socialism. She researched gender bias in politics.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.